It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Please take it as a warning. I've been sitting dormant. Took a break from booking my performance. Young Nolan was on it once upon a time. Open my destinations. Used to check the rhyme. Q-tip in the air. Let me say this clear so you fuck niggas hit me. You niggas suck. You ain't near me. I'm making bucks so I could duck the inquiries. My flow the truth. I can't trust in your theories. These rappers lying now. 6 million ways to demise. We got them dying out. Crying out. What is it your life about? Sincerely, I've been dedicated. Building reputations. Rising expectations. Look at me. Fighting my temptations. I've been serenaded plentifully. My imagery lyrically made with symmetry. I've been hard, killing niggas out the family tree. I feel like Benoit, used to educate them at them seminars. Now it's all about me, shining when I'm grinding. I take my talents to South Beach, they voluntary mouthpiece. I turn it down when I turn around to be flirting for surface, buffing my crown. Bitch, I'm good on my own. I got a wife and a son in my home, so get used to rejection. If any niggas say my name, hope you use protection. I cross niggas for the fun of it. Who's the pedestrian? Burn your canals just to get to the root of my questions. Oh no, LeBron body, I'm all-star, hard body like porn star body and all y'all. Airplane on my phone calls, fuck all the small talk. Press a button, your life rerouted like it's the OnStar. If you been yearning for the real, y'all should have been said it. These cowards would have been dead. Let my win set it. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there. This is going to be a rather quick video, but we're going to get into the subject matter of UK rapper Skepta wanting to issue a challenge and go head to head with an American rap artist, okay? You know, he's at the top of the UK grime scene, UK hip hop scene. He's been out here popping for a long time. And now he says he wants to get into a battle with an American rapper to show people just how good these guys out in the UK are, to try to put them on a little bit further and perhaps try to get a little bit more crossover appeal in the States for what it is that they do. Very interesting that he put this out there, but this is something that he's been he's been standing on for the last couple of days. I think he came out July 3rd, right before the 4th, and said that he wanted to do this. He's gotten into a little bit of a back and forth with Joyner Lucas now, which, you know, lyrically, I don't know if Skepta really wanted with Joyner. You can say what you want about Joyner. You can say corny. You can say you don't like that I'm Not Racist song. I'm not all that fond of him and his Tory Lanez relationship. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, if we just going bar for bar, I don't think Skepta really want that issue. Okay? But let's dig into it to see what the fuck going on in totality with this situation. And I want y'all's opinion on whether or not y'all think that this is something that should happen. So here are the series of tweets from Skepta coming out here, jumping out the fucking window, okay? He says, I want to clash an American rapper anyway. Finally get this UK US rap debate sorted. Now I understand homeland pride, so I ain't gonna judge him too harshly for wanting to see his folks and his movement and his people get put on and open up a broader audience for them. Because there's some talented motherfuckers out there, but there just seems to be a cultural divide. And a lot of people can't really get over the accent for these UK rappers. You know, that's always been an issue. Okay? But he says, again, I want to clash with an American rapper. So then I guess a fan comes back and says, not gonna lie, I don't see any UK rapper winning. UK rap level is dead. Damn, Shane. Damn. You really, you jumped out like Shane McMahon, didn't you? So Skepta in return says the average American rapper don't even listen to UK rappers, but we've listened to them for years. And that is exactly why the UK can't lose, okay? So he says that they're in a win-win situation either way it goes, because if any of the UK rappers happen to do anything impressive, even if they lose, it's a win for their movement. It's a win for the artists because now they're getting more eyeballs on them. They're getting more ears that are at least checking out the music rather than just acting like it's not there. You know what I'm saying? In recent years, the only guy who really gets a lot of push that I've seen, I mean, J Hus gets a push too, but it's mainly Central C. Central C's been getting a lot of the talk for the last couple years, whether it's because he's linked to Ice Spice or because he did that Doja song that got Doja Cat's attention, or the fact that he did the On the Radar or Off the Radar, whatever, the OTR freestyle with Drake, in which he, I guess, if you want to say, he out-rapped Drake on that motherfucker too, because Drake got up there trying to do that fucking UK Mandem accent shit again. But whatever. That's pretty much been like the biggest representation of UK hip-hop outside of Skepta. So he says it's a win-win. Now, after this took hold online, Joyner Lucas jumped into the conversation. He says, the moment I've been waiting for. Say the word. Joyner Lucas versus Skepta. Now, again, some people may know Joyner for fast rap, but bar for bar, I think he could definitely go toe-to-toe with a lot of motherfuckers out here. And I think he makes pretty easy work of Skepta, if I'm being completely honest about the situation. And I'm going to play some Skepta in this video for people who aren't familiar with him, who don't really know what he's about, don't know anything. It's only going to be in here for a short period of time due to copyright, but I will play it and I'll leave it in here for about an hour or two. So if you see the video within that time frame, you win. If not, God bless. But I do want to give y'all a sample of Skepta if you're not keeping up with what he's got going on. I know his name be on these festivals. It comes up in headlines. And he be doing big shit. But if you're an American hip-hop artist, American hip-hop fan, you may not press play. So Joyner then comes back and ats Skepta. And this is a clip of Aries Spears. I think he's imitating UK rap in this clip.
Chop did it pop 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 when it come and it cop when it cop cop and it go did it throw it hot pop and it baby.
Okay, and so he's basically doing the whole man's done hot flow. You know what I mean? For those of y'all that remember that song, man's done hot. Man's done hot. That was a viral thing a few years ago. And Skepta says, first, you're a brave man, Joyner. How long have you been waiting for this moment, though? So now he's trying to big bro him out. He's like, how long you been waiting for this moment? Oh, you been waiting on this moment? So you've been watching me. You've been having an issue with me the whole time. You've been wanting to go head to head. So Skepta comes back. He says, I was wondering whose perspective you were going to diss me from. Never would have guessed Aries Spears. So now he takes a jab at Joyner Lucas, you know what I'm saying? Because he's known for putting out songs from other people's perspective. He's done the perspective of somebody who's going to unalive themselves. He's put out records from the perspective of people being racist, or I'm not racist, or what have you. He's put out that song Ross Capoccioni, or however you pronounce his name, of the kid who, got down with the cool kids at school and ended up getting murdered. So he's put out a lot of different songs from other people's perspectives, and that's only a fraction of the records that he's done in that particular lane, right? I think he's put out a song in the perspective of getting cheated on, the whole shit. So here we have a response in video. Skepta responds to Joyner Lucas, calling him out to battle him. He says, you make up the numbers out there. When I make my diss track for A$AP Rocky, I'm going to give you 2 bars. I didn't do all the work I did in my life just for Joyner Lucas to be saying my name. So now Skepta is continuing to try to lil bro Joyner Lucas, and he's basically saying, I'm not even worried about you. I'm gonna make a diss track aimed at ASAP Rocky. Now, why he chose ASAP Rocky of all people for a lyrical battle when ASAP Rocky is not a lyrical battle style rapper, I don't know. That's a very strange choice. I mean, ASAP can bar up when he wants to, but he's more of a slick wordplay, vibey rapper. He gonna swag the fuck out you, and he gonna give you some crazy wordplay on how nice his shoes and his jeans and his jacket look. But I don't see where ASAP is like some nigga that's just gonna get in the ring and battle it out all day. But that's who he wants smoke with. And he said, you don't have the numbers. And we just had this conversation, the numbers thing. So now you're downplaying somebody who doesn't have the numbers, which Joyner Lucas, even independently, has a lot of monthly listeners on, streaming platforms. He ain't no slouch, but whatever. And I would think more people in the US probably bump Joyner Lucas than Skepta, possibly. But here's the video.
Hey, Jonah, I wasn't even gonna reply, but sure, I'm a rapper's rapper, you get me? I'm gonna honor, I'm gonna respect the fact that you stood up and said something, the first man, you get me?
The only.
But this is just another example of the ignorance. If you was from the UK, Jonah, yeah? Jonah, if you was from the UK, fam, quiet, bro. Understand? But you make up the numbers out there and I respect it. So when I drop my diss track for Rocky, I'm gonna give you 2 bars and then make one of the young G's just rub you out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do all the work that I did for Joyner Lucas to be saying my name anyhow. You know what I mean? I got diss tracks on YouTube with 30 million views. No ad-libs. It's levels, bro. But we're working. Try to know.
I don't like that perspective, Skepta. Number one, you're trying to tap in over here. You're looking for a competitor over here. Joyner Lucas is the only person who has justified you with a reply. Therefore, that's the field that you have to work with. When you diss ASAP Rocky, yeah, he may get you back on his album, but he don't have to get in a battle with you. Y'all, I know y'all got a collab, praise the Lord. Okay? But it's been 4 days since you issued your challenge. I don't see anybody else that cared to go and jump in the ring with you. So that tells me that the majority of the rappers on this side ain't taking your issue very seriously. So that's who you have. That's your matchup, Joyner Lucas. Okay? That's what's happening here. And you can't use numbers as your saving grace to not embrace it when you issued the challenge. So somebody else comes in and says, didn't know Skepta and ASAP Rocky had beef. I like the track they did some time ago. He clarifies. He says, it's not beef. Rocky is my family. Rap is a sport. Same way we have dissing matches on the block, we can do it on record. So he says there's no actual problem between himself and ASAP Rocky, which is something that people have been trying to figure out. Like, why would you pick him of all people unless it was personal? But people had already seen that y'all had been together. Y'all got pictures together. Y'all got records together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of random, kind of weird. But he clarifies he just wants a lyrical joust and then they can go back to being homies. So now let's get to the part that is going to be very vital. I want to play this freestyle of Skepta just to give y'all an idea of what you can expect from this man here lyrically, flow-wise, production-wise, the whole thing, if they were to go at it. And I'll give y'all my assessment of it afterwards. The nigga, he can rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing from him. I've heard some shit where he's spitting, but I want y'all to hear him out. Y'all, that was Skepta. Okay? Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The thing about what they do out there with the whole grime thing, it's very upbeat. So you gotta have a good flow. He has a good flow, but his lyrics ain't all that great. You know what I'm saying? But he has a good flow. He has a good tempo. He has a good voice even. You know what I'm saying? But the lyrics ain't all that. Like, there's underground, unheard of rappers here in America that you put them on the same beat, they'll body the fuck out of Skepta on that same track. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to take nothing away from him or nobody in the UK, because I've had UK rappers that I listen to. I used to listen to Dizzy. I used to listen to Courtney Bennett when she was rapping. There's a couple J Hus records that I do fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through my time period. But I just don't see you being like, and maybe you'll need a target. Maybe you need a target to like really diss. But that display it wasn't crazy. There was not a bar in there that I was just like, oh, that's super crazy. Like you said, a Winnie the Pooh line. You don't want to get locked up like Shine. You know, but it was cool. It had a vibe. It was a flow. The flow was nice. He has a good voice. Joyner? I'm sorry. I think he'll get you out of here, man. And I don't think y'all gonna need to go 3-4 rounds to figure out who's the winner. Bar for bar. But, you know, if y'all want to line it up and y'all want to go back and forth, be my motherfucking guest. People are waiting for more battles in hip hop. People want to have more notable battles in hip hop. An international battle, UK versus US. Hey, line it up. You know what I mean? Give us more to talk about. Get us back into the spirit of competition, I suppose. But I know who I would be betting on if I were a betting person, which I'm not. But y'all let me know. Was that enough? And again, if you're catching this video beyond the threshold of having that track in here, my apologies, condolences, whatever the fuck you want to say. What was the name of that song so you can go pick it up or go check it out on YouTube? It's Plugged In, Skepta, Plugged In with Fumes the Engineer. Okay, you can go look it up on your own time if you need to. But you could, man, along came Joyner. That motherfucking project with the phone number on that bitch. Y'all better do y'all motherfucking research on that nigga, man. Rap wise, take all the personality shit out of it. Rap wise, you gonna have to do a little bit more, Mr. Skepta. I'm a little skeptical about how you gonna fare in that, but line it up. I don't think Rocky's gonna line it up with you. Again, he gonna rap about how nice his jacket is, and we don't really need that. I fuck with ASAP too, but he ain't that type of guy. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some battery. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.